So, this is where I left you last week. I sanded to 320. I don't really think I need to go any further than that. And I'm finding more holes. So I think that, I hope, and when I put the resin coat on, I'll just kind of try to fill those in and see what we can do with it. And hopefully they fill in. If not, there'll be some bubbly looking stuff in here. But for the most part, the mango looks great. The holes, these are air bubbles. I'm going to assume, just looking at it here, that it came out of this piece of wood. The other stuff I got going on is from it overheating. That's my fault. Because I poured 3 quarts of resin. And resin that wasn't really great to begin with. I have since got new resin, so I won't have that issue. I've cleaned the pot out, or the metering pump out. And I even got new stickers for it. But, so let's get this flipped around and start hollowing it out, and we'll see what kind of problems we run into on the inside. Yeah, well, I don't think I want to push my luck. We're not thin. We're not overly thick either, but I don't want to. I want to press my luck. I got a lot of holes I need to fix. I think I might just mix up some resin, blobs of resin, paint it in there, and turn the lathe on at 50 RPM and leave it go until it fills in. Finish it out, sand it out. I'm going to sand it down right now, get rid of a lot of the inadequacies that are in it, because there's a ridge right here. I'm not quite sure I'm deep enough. This is okay based on that, but I'm not sure, like right here, how much room I got. I could probably do some more, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna sand it. So here we go. Back to where we started. Let me back this up a little bit so y'all can see. And let's take this thing off. Making my head sweat. Get this out of my way. All right. Yeah, fixing it's going to be the nightmare, I guess. Anyway, it's my 80 grit with my sponge, so don't burn my fingers. We'll probably go to 320-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. All right, so I've decided I'm just going to put clear in it because these are pretty big, and I think I can get it just to fill in. So I'm going to have to do more than one coat of this. I'm just using, I'm using the Mica epoxy from Total Boat, just for my finish coat. And I'm going to set the machine to 50 RPMs. We'll put that cheat code over there into the corner for that if you have a Galaxi DVR machine anyways. And yeah, I'm just going to try to paint it in kind of thick in these holes, even on the outside. And then hopefully after sanding it, we can get it all done. Do you hear my dog? She is so needy. But anyways, yeah, so we'll get this going and get it. And I'm just going to paint it on with a brush. The idea is to try to get it in some of these holes, and hopefully I can get the air bubbles to come out of it. There's a couple over here, and there. And you notice I didn't seal it because I didn't want sealer in those. So I'm probably going to end up with some bubbles in the wood because I didn't seal it. My bad. I really need to be out there with a chainsaw right now, so you can hear that running. Cutting up that tree that fell down. Trying to get this done first. Wow, the color is just popping out of there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I might not have mixed up enough. Oops, sorry you guys. So, I'll try to get this painted up here. This should go easier next time. Somebody's got to go in the right direction. Alright, 50 RPMs. I'm just going to kind of thin the layer out, because of course I'm not perfect when I put it on. So we do this all in real time for you. I got a little time to play with it. And yes, it's wobbly because I relocated the bowl on the chuck. So I put a spacer in there so I could get behind it. Alright. I'll be back in a few hours. Alright, it's going to be a little wiggly here, folks. Hope your eyes don't twitch. Alright, handheld. So, actually looks great. A little bit soaked in. Not really a big deal. I planned on doing a second coat. You have, I can't really see them, I guess. So, there's depressions in here and here where the big cavities were. But I don't have too many bubbles. I got a lot of little particles or whatever. They might have been bubbles. For the most part, this looks pretty good. I mean, you got a couple little whoop-de-doos here because there's canyons and pits in it. But I think that one, yeah, you can look right on through that hole. For the most part, I think that like this, that's a dip into the resin, and you know that one's a chunk of something that was probably in the brush. But for the most part, this looks great. So, what is that? Is that a hole? It's like a divot. The colors really popped in this mango when I put that resin on it. So I think one more coat, just hopefully, you know, so like these spots that soaked in the resin, hopefully those have sealed. I've left this, there's another one there, overnight. I mixed the resin a little wrong. It's a 1-to-1 mix, but it isn't a true 1-to-1 when you're doing by weight. So it's 84 to 100. So roughly I mixed up 25 hardener and 25 softener. Oh, sorry. 25 resin and 25 hardener, where I need 25 resin and 21 hardener to be the correct mix ratio. So I'm going to do that this time. Hopefully it doesn't take so long for it to set up and not be tacky. That's why I left it so long. So it's been 24 hours. I mean, I can touch it. Look, I'm not sticking to it. So, and she's got a really nice glass finish on her. So I'm not going to sand it because I'm a little worried about putting premature streaks or something in it. Because if you put streaks in gooey resin, it stays gooey streaks and it's ugly. So I'm not going to do that. It should adhere to it just fine, like it is. So I'm going to go with it. So let me get that mixed up. Same stuff. The Maker epoxy. And we'll get that on there. Oh yeah. One other thing. Everybody was talking about the mango. So when I was doing this first one, just by chance, because I follow his channel, Walt is also doing mango. So we will put Walt over there in that corner for that mango video. I think he's got a couple of them. But anyways, it was just weird that I was originally doing this up, and here's Walt doing the same one. Like he's got a spy in my shop. It must be the new Moon Pie Creations or something. Yeah, I'm not even away for like 5 minutes, and see that going around right there? That white booger? Those are bubbles. We'll make them go away. Whoop, there they went. So I'm gonna have to sit here and babysit this. Make sure those don't come back. I got a little while. This stuff is pretty easy to work with. So yeah, hopefully this is my last coat. Not too bad. What do you think, guys? It's not perfect. There's divots in it. You know, I may have been able to do it again. I ran into some issues with the logo down here on the bottom. I'm not quite sure why it looks like that, but you know what? It's done. I tried to do the mixy of the same colors when I did that. Doesn't look too bad. Just a little, this here, I had a little too much resin around it, and it was stuck to the chuck, and I had to try to trim it off and then try to just push it up on there with the popsicle stick thing. And then I'm not sure why there's I'm not sure what this is here. I pressurized it. I shouldn't have any problems with what's going on in there. And then of course there's I don't know, there's a couple, there's a few, let's get it right. There we go. So there's a couple dimples in it. That's actually a hole, which wasn't there the first time. And then like there's just little things in it. It looks good from over here. You can't see it from your house. You can if I point them out, right? So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I actually like the looks of that mango. It's spalted mango. The how dark it got, the color of it, just popped right out. So I originally started this video and then it was too wet, so I stopped. That was the footage at the beginning of this video, was the original footage I did for it. So back then, I still picked these colors. Kinda. I was going with a mango color when I did it, which I'm glad I did this because it does look good. It looks really good, actually. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. The mango turned nice. The resin, because it set so long, the harder this stuff gets, the chippier it is. So the more it cures, the harder it is to turn. That's why I went to the carbides. As far as the bubbles in here, somebody suggested maybe bleeding my compressor. That's a possibility. I haven't done that for a minute either. So I could be pumping the air into it. I don't know if the resin hardener being a little off like it was the issue. I think it was more or less I poured way too much resin at one time and overheated it, you know, because that's how I roll. But anyways, Walt Waybrew right here. So we'll throw him up over here in the corner for his channel. I'll put his video at the end also that I did back earlier. So Walt was turning a piece of mango. What was really cool about it was his camera speed and the speed of the lathe were about the same. So the part just kind of looked like it was doing this, but the wood was just disappearing, but the part wasn't moving. It was really kind of cool. So if you all want to check that out, I'll put that video at the end of this video. Go over and check him out. If you like him, give him a subscribe. If, you know, thumbs up. And then I will put pictures up at the end. So I like the resin finish. I mean, it's not super smooth, but it looks really good. Look, you see the guys in there? Or you just see me in this bowl in there, but it's you guys. Yeah. So yeah, pictures at the end. Give her a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, you know, whatever. Yeah. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.